everybody. So it has been raining outside all day. I have some mushrooms that I need to use up, some chestnut mushrooms actually that I grew myself. So if you want to check out a video on that, I'll put it up here somewhere. Perfect day for miso, I think, and I think the miso will be the perfect thing to use up those mushrooms. So I did a review of some miso soup on here before. I think the dark aged miso and maybe another one, I don't know, but this is different than those and it's actually more affordable. So I got this at Whole Foods. It is organic and it's a great big pack of it, and it's Shiro Miso, if I'm pronouncing that right, hopefully. There's a little recipe on the back that's a very basic soup, and we're going to try to stick to the script the best that we can. So let's go through the ingredients right quick. These are a little bit different than what the recipe shows. So our 1 regular carrot sliced, it says 1 small onion thinly sliced. I have half of a normal one. It wants a certain type of seaweed. I don't have that kind. We're going to use this because I have it and I need to use it. It doesn't call for the mushrooms, but obviously I need to get rid of these, and I want to try them in miso because they're supposed to be great for miso. So we'll do that, and it calls for 2 green onions sliced up. I don't have that. What I do have is some garlic chives that I harvested out of the garden today, and yeah, like I said, I harvested these about 5 days ago and they need to be used, the chestnut mushrooms. So it's kind of cool to use some of my own stuff on this, but this is everything I'm using. So let's get that diced up. It's 4 cups of water. I'm gonna have that boiling on the pot while I start to get this ready. This doesn't take long. So I don't actually know much at all about miso soup. What I've gathered from reading the packages that I've bought over the years is that it's an ancient art and there's several different types of miso, and the package said that this is a sweeter one and it's the one with the least salt in it. So probably wasn't my best choice for what I like, but it did turn out to be a really nice miso. But regardless of what it is, I like having these miso paste around the house because I can use it as a soup base, and soups in general and stews and things like that, just kind of a blank slate, and you have ingredients around, and a lot of times stuff that needs to be used up or stuff you just don't know where to put it or how to use it. And I think miso soup is just a great one, and especially on a rainy day like this, it gives you something to do, and then, you know, later on something to eat. So okay, so I'm supposed to add the seaweed before I bring the water to a boil. I kind of failed on that. It's almost boiling, not quite, and we're just going to break it up and put it in there. It says 3 pieces. And then we're going to add the onions and start boiling those. And then after a few minutes, we will add the carrots and do those. And I think that I want to add the mushrooms when I add the carrots, because I want to make sure those are cooked. Not the carrots, the onions. The onions cook the longest, so we'll add that in then. But we're getting close to a boil, and I'm just roughly breaking this up. This is probably not the best thing for this because this is a really thick seaweed, but it'll work, hopefully.
Mwana niwele masele, mwana mundu wele masele, kadi mwikulu mwela. Mwana niwele masele, mwana mundu wele masele, kadi mwikulu mwela.
I'm actually going to add part of these garlic chives now and let them be boiling, and then I'll save the rest that I'm supposed to garnish it with at the end. But I want it to get a little bit of this garlicky flavor in there a little better. Okay, well, let's try it out. It's still hot, really pretty. Thought about adding some noodles, but I decided not to, just to kind of stay as close to the recipe as we could. So this first spoonful, I'm going to try the liquid only. That's good. It's not too salty. I didn't add any salt. This stuff is not supposed to be quite as salty as some of the others. Let's try a chestnut mushroom. See if it held its crunch. Oh yeah. Try a carrot. That's one of the bigger ones. Perfect. So what do I think? I think it's really good. I used the 2 tablespoons. I wanted to get as much flavor in there, so I went with the higher end. I usually do. This tastes different still than what I'm getting at the restaurant. It's its own thing. But just sticking to their recipe and adding the mushrooms, I'll always add mushrooms, is really good. I could have put wood ears. I have some dried wood ears over there. I could have put shiitakes. I have a few of those. But these chestnut mushrooms are supposed to be really good for miso. And I think they are really good for miso. So Shiro Miso, if I'm saying that properly, is really good, and it's more affordable than the other stuff. The dark aged miso, I don't recall the brand, but this is definitely something worth having around during the winter and making a hot bowl of soup. It's really good. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all be good. Bye.